Hello and welcome to One Man's Collection. Today I am looking at the 53rd issue of the Formula One Car Collection magazine. This is the Williams FW11B Nelson Piquet car driven in 1987. Do have a 143 scale diecast car that comes with this. I'll take a closer look at that at the end of the video. But first of all, we'll go through the magazine just briefly. If you want to read any of the articles, you will need to pause. Alright, in this particular issue, we've got season is 1987, Nelson Piquet's Williams FW11B. Brazilian ace takes a deserved third FIA Formula One World Championship crown. Technical focus on that particular car and on the team, Williams team. Circuit of this magazine is the Barcelona. It is last of its 4 Spanish Grand Prix weekends in 1975. And the story so far is the 2002 third in red for Schumacher. Excuse me. All right. Having a look at Mr. Consistent. Nigel Mansell took 6 Grand Prix victories, only to lose out to the title once again. Nelson Piquet claimed just 3 race wins, but his consistent performance proved to be his silver bullet, firing him to the 3rd world title of his career. Good job. The 1987 season. What do we got here? Piquet's active masterpiece at Monza. Already tried out on the track by Lotus, the active suspension system represented a technical future of the generation of Grand Prix cars. Williams had already designed their own intelligence system, having been rejected by Nigel Mansell. It was used for the first time by Nelson Piquet at the Italian Grand Prix, where he took pole position and then went on to win the race. I wonder if that actually made Nigel Mansell jump in and take it. A few other cars there. I'm not going to go through all of them. I think that's the right page. Continued on. The Legend of the Red 5. Mansell's number 5 was painted red for the sole reason that it made his car easy to identify from the pits, even at a distance. For the Englishman, adored by fans the world over for his fearless and spectacular drive, the Red 5 soon became his trademark. The only time it wasn't used by Mansell was during his stint at Ferrari, where for a year he had the equally allegedly 27, which had been used by Gilles Villeneuve. Yeah, okay. More articles, not going to dwell on those. You can actually pause and read. Back in the 80s, hey? 87 Williams FW11B. This is the schematic drawings and further information. Honda engine. Rear longitudinal Honda RA167E twin turbo, 6-cylinder, 80-degree V, 1.494. So just under 1.5 litres. 850 brake horsepower, 12,000 RPM. Very nice. All right, the team. Straddling 2 eras, having become one of the top teams in the World Championship, Williams had to wait for the supply of Honda engines to really become the best of the best. When the relationship with Japanese broke down and the teams were left to pick up the pieces. Yeah. They had a few years stint out at the moment, though. They've had a couple of almost comebacks, and then, yeah, there's been dominant, obviously, for the last decade between just 2 teams. Barcelona takes 3rd with Madrid. So this is the circuit, already in use before the Second World War. The Montjuic circuit was located within the park of the same name in the Catalan capital Barcelona. It hosted the Spanish Grand Prix on 4 occasions, 69, 71, 73 and 75, taking turns with Jamara circuit near Madrid. Okay. Don't remember it at all, like seeing any footage or anything. Obviously well before me. Not the last part, but too young to even know what I'm looking at. Alright, the story so far. Third in red for Schumacher. No competition for Maranello Masters. Yeah, it was pretty much a Ferrari domination there, wasn't it? With Michael Schumacher finishing on 144 points first in the championship, with Rubens Barrichello coming in second on 77. Montoya on 50, Schumacher on 42 in the Williams BMWs, and David Coulthard in the McLaren Mercedes on 41. They pretty much dominated. Ferrari were the unstoppable force and dominant in a third season in a row. The Italian team with their German driver had impressive stats. Schumacher made it onto the podium in every race, taking 11 wins, 5 second places and 1 third. Oh yeah. Ferrari definitely dominating that year. There you go, 221 points as opposed to Williams on 92 and McLaren on 65. Wow. All right, coming in the next issue is part 54, Max Verstappen in the RB12 from 2016. And then follow that is Mike Hawthorne in the 1958 Ferrari 246F1. Take a look at those on coming up magazines. Let's have a look at this diecast car in a little bit closer. So we're running Goodyear Eagles. Make sure I don't press that rear wing in too hard. Now, I think I had a plastic model of these back in end of the 80s, I think, or mid 80s probably. I've got a bit of fluff there. I don't know what happened to it, obviously, but these were all popular of those times. So yeah, I'm sure I got a model car of one, a little plastic model one, same 143 scale, built it up. Wish I still had it. What a shame. This though, die cast, well done. We got see if we get that light. Framework for the suspension at the back, holding all that together. Underneath just the diffuser, but you can actually see the suspension holding it there. Same with the front. Actually well done. And red seat belts in this particular one as well. Only the black steering wheel inside. What I'll do is I'll put this on a turntable so you can take a little bit closer look. I am happy with this collection, the Formula 1 collection. Got it all the way up to the end issue of 200. So we'll get there. We'll be 53. Get there sometime in the future. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back next week with issue 54. Cheers. Bye.